to the channel Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and yes, these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for stopping by, tuning in and checking it out. If you could, please do consider subscribing to my channel and please do give this video a thumbs up. It also helps with the algorithm and it is truly appreciated. For my returning viewers, you guys know what you're in for. These are my Savage Reviews. Savage Reviews is a series where I'll look at a movie generally found somewhere in my collection or more than likely online on Tubi, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it. Recently I've been going through the Amityville series, and these aren't the Amityville horror movies, these are the low budget offshoots. This week we're looking at Amityville Death House from 2015. Now initially when I saw this one, I thought this is another Wild Eye releasing one because it does have a lot of the same actors, same directors, things like that, but it's not. That's not exactly a good thing though. Now directed by Mark Polonia, it stars Kristen St. Pierre, Michael Merchant, Danielle Donahue, Ken Van Sant, Jeff Kirkendall, and Eric Roberts. I know, right? Shocked as well, but touch on that in a bit. Now the plot, as it is, spoilers are ahead, so if you do want to watch this, you've been warned. So a young woman and her friends are returning from helping out with recovery efforts in Florida for a hurricane. They are basically threatened by an ancient witch's curse when they stop in Amityville to visit and check in on the main character's grandmother. So yeah. Now some of the actors you've seen before in other films, and they're not well-known actors. You know, you've got Ken Van Sant, Jeff Kirkendall, who you would know from a lot of Wild Eye releasing films. I won't get into them right now, but so you kind of know what to expect when it comes to the acting. But the acting, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. It mostly is pretty bad, but it's, look, I've seen worse. But then you've got Eric Roberts. Now, Eric Roberts is a fairly well-known actor. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words as to why he's in this. And he does have top billing in it, even though he doesn't actually physically appear. It is just his voice, unless it's him in the mask, which may be the case, I don't know. But still, Eric Roberts is in it. Why? I guess he needed the money. Directing. So the directing of this film is pretty standard. There's nothing special about it. It's very much a point and shoot style, and hope for the best. Now, the lighting in this movie really puts it off. And I mean, I'm not one to talk for lighting because my lighting here is pretty shit. But when you're directing a film, you want to make sure you've got the lighting right. It helps with everything. It helps with the tone of the film. It helps with the special effects. This did not help it in any way, shape or form. And also the movie is quite poorly paced. It starts out with the end of the film, like you see things happening, and then it goes to the old, stock standard 24 hours earlier. So, now the effects. Okay, so some of the physical effects do look pretty good. Some of them do. There's not a lot in there, but there's an eye gouging scene which looks pretty good. There's a cheek ripping scene, looks fine. There's some blood, that stuff is fine. However, if you look at the poster, you'll see this Spider Woman on the front cover, clear as day, right in the center. She appears in the film looking nothing like that. And to be honest, it makes a PlayStation 1 look next gen. So, yeah, not great effects. Rewatchability is another thing that I like to consider when I'm watching a film. So would I rewatch this film? No, I would not. Look, whilst it is better than some films, it doesn't have that sort of same funness to it. Whereas you look at things like, Sharkenstein, Shark Exorcist, Ouija Shark, Ghost Shark, Bigfoot versus zombies. They have a fun, sort of almost tongue-in-cheek sort of vibe to them. This one is missing that completely. Those other films, whilst they are not great in any way, they are films where you could go back and watch them with a few mates, have a few drinks and have a laugh, you know? Every time Bigfoot shows up, have a shot or whatever. You know, you could do something like that. This film, you could not do that too, really. It's just, yeah. Now, it is only a 75-minute film, but if I could take my 75 minutes back, I would. And the movie is so poorly paced, as I mentioned, that 75 minutes drags on for a long time. So all those factors are the reasons why I would not revisit this film. Now, overall, I am going to give it a score of 1.5 out of 10. They did try, and they tried really well. It just wasn't successful, and it gets a 0.5 for having Eric Roberts. So there you have it. That is my savage review of Amityville Death House from 2015. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought of the movie down in the comments below. If you haven't seen it, let me know if you're going to go check it out. Please do consider subscribing to my channel once more, and also thumbs up as well will be appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.